Okay, now we really do have two more. I'm sorry, Trae. First from Andy.
Hi, Trae. Congrats on the win. I wanted to ask you actually about the effect of the new guys, in this case, veterans who just joined the team. You've mentioned, of course, Rondo already. I wanted to ask you about the impact of Bogey, and in this case, Gallo hasn't been able to join you guys, obviously, versus the first game. But just what's been their impact during practices and just to add to the culture of this team?
Yeah, it's fun playing with those two. Those guys bring a different type of energy, two different languages. They sometimes talk to each other in their language. It's funny. I'm trying to learn it with them. So it's fun playing with those guys. They both have great personalities, and it's easy to get along with those guys. And when you have guys like that, and it's easy to get along with them, it translates to the court. So it's going to be great building with those two.
Hi, Bogdan. Congrats on the win. I actually wanted to switch gears a little bit. I wanted to ask you about something a little different, about the transition between playing in EuroLeague versus the NBA. I asked this because you've been selected to the EuroLeague 2010-2020 All-Decade team. We've seen a couple of guys this year, like Facundo Campazzo, actually making a few more mistakes, getting into foul trouble early in games. Maybe sometimes the defending is different from one game to the other. What helped you personally make that transition from EuroLeague rules to now looking so comfortable out there like today?
What it helped me personally,
Yeah.
My first year, I did same mistakes. So I feel like the biggest difference is in rules. I think in EuroLeague you can be a little bit more aggressive with the hands.
Right.
Here, there's 3 refs on the court. They see everything, and they kind of call all these little touches, on the shots especially. In Europe, I don't think you get these easier calls, let's say. The level of physicality and speed is different. So that's also put the refs in a tough position,
You're right on about the use of hands. That was what I was thinking about.
Yeah, it's just different rules. So, you gotta learn it by time. So I did the same mistakes.
Good to hear.
Yeah, it take a while.
Hi, Coach. I actually have 2 questions, but the first one is actually piggybacking on what you said about Bogdan. I wanted to ask you about something specific. Basically, we've heard a little bit about how he's a new guy, but he's essentially comes to practice and usually we've heard is the last one to leave. Can you attest to that, or what's been his impact in this case when it comes to practices in the locker room?
He's just it's who he is. He's a worker. He does everything at game speed. He spends a lot of time post practice, whether it's one-on-one. They were playing one-on-one yesterday. He gets a lot of game shots. But that's why he's here. He's a guy that's going to really create that type of culture for us, encourage other guys to do the same. He's always giving guys pointers. And he's fun. He's fun to be around. And so I appreciate the way he approaches the game, the way he approaches his work, and the time he spends. But he is one of our post-practice leaders right now in terms of the effort and work he's putting in.
All right. You actually mentioned the word fun. I was actually just about to ask you, is the game as fun as you guys make it look? For example, Rajon has the ball, finds the open shooter and cutter, and Trae's just resting and cheering the guys on.
Yeah, if you got a game and 40 of your shots or 30 of your shots are assisted, 30 of your 40 makes are assisted, I would imagine your team's having a lot of fun. And again, I thought we should have had more. But that's the we mentality we keep talking about. Sharing the basketball, encouraging each other, supporting each other, and then cheering each other on. I think our guys have had tremendous energy on and off the court. And when the ball's moving the way it was tonight, it's going to be fun. The guys are going to enjoy it, and they enjoy seeing each other's success as well.
Thank you.
Our final question will come from Andy.
Hi, Solomon. Also, props on the game, by the way. Wanted to ask you actually how comforting it is for all of you guys when the ball is always held by two guys who obviously take care of the ball really well in either Trae or Rajon. I mean, does it make just the game easier for you guys playing it? And how do you feel in this case?
Yeah, for sure. And I think for everybody else, it's kind of just picking your spots, picking where you're going to get your shots, knowing where you're going to get your shots, and just accepting. Between there's a big difference between Trae and Rondo as far as I mean, Rondo tried to be Trae tonight. He hit a couple big threes for us, but those guys kind of set the tone, and we have to keep believing in them and put ourselves in the best position possible to help them. And it works. It's working for us. Like I said, we are a really good offensive team, and we have two good point guards that deliver, not just offensively, but they get guys involved in ways that some guys aren't used to. I think a lot of our young guys are used to kind of getting it by themselves, and we will learn. This is early in the season, but hopefully the comfortability between everybody and those two guards only grows.
Thank you, Solomon.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.